And so we finally enter the Forbidden Woods. First thing you're going to notice here is these new enemies, green shoes. Or green shoes, and of course they drop green shoe jelly. And when we go ahead and refine that Windfall Island, we finally go back there, it'll give us a correspondingly green potion, which will restore our magic now that we have it.
Never used it.
Well, you never use anything that's useful. Oh, I'll take that back. You use things that are useful, but as long as they...
Have infinite quantity.
Yeah, I was going to say infinite quantities. So anyway, what you're supposed to do here is that you're going to notice these flowers holding the doors closed with their vines, kind of like chains or locks on the door. You have to get something to destroy them.
Why your sword doesn't work? Who knows?
Well, it's because when you get closer to it, it shuts itself.
It's a flower. Your sword is metal.
Yeah, I know, but video game logic.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the dungeon map, fairly early. Not too bad. If you'll see right here, it's just one floor more than Dragon Roost, which just had 4 floors with no basement, while this one does have one. Yep. Okay, moving along here. Do these Deku Baba buds that will launch us into the air. These are Deku Babas. We'll just be extracting the seeds from them and going on for it. There again, you see the grappling hook and how immensely useful it is in getting the collectibles that we're going to need.
The grappling is pretty much something I keep on me all the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're always equipped?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is going to be so... Okay, now you see, as we get closer, I try to get rid of these. Yeah, you see the flower closes up right there at the top, right?
Sword is metal.
Well, apparently that their hide is, like, buoyant, or bouncy, I think it is. And it, like, ricochets off. Now, you can, since we don't have a giant Deku nut, which is what I used for the first one, we use the Deku stick. But I jump cut here twice to show the parts where actually, because aiming this thing is really tricky. But yeah, you hit the eye twice and you'll be able to break it. And we get another Knight's Crest. Hey, this brings it up to 2. We're going to need 10, and the reason it's 10 is again because it just shows you how rare the collectible is.
Yeah, but you can't just farm these off Dark Nuts.
You can, but by the time you get to the Dark Nuts, there's only going to be 7. Or take it back, there's going to be 8. But you need 10. It means you have to get the one here at Dragon, or not here, the one at Dragon Roost, and you have to get the one here.
Can't you revive them?
You can, but you have to glitch it.
You do. Then you can go back and Savage Labyrinth, like...
Well, I'm talking about getting, I'm talking about acquiring the move that we can get from it, early on, or as soon as possible. So in order to do that, yes, you need to get both those, Dragon Crest, both those Knight's Crest.
Both those Dragon Knights.
Now, if we had bombs, just to show you how broken this game would, or not this game, this dungeon would be if we had them. That's actually...
Well, I don't have them.
Well, I know, but in a new route, you can actually get a hold of bombs. That's how crazy the speedrun for this game is.
Also, seriously, your swords should not bounce off, regardless of how bouncy they are.
I know.
Stupid game logic.
Well, I have to admit, I'm not sure about how a broadsword is. Maybe a katana would work better because of how it's designed. But I've taken a pretty sharp carving knife into something that's been just so thick and so tough, you know, that it would be really hard to pierce into it. But yeah, you're probably right. At least, the point is, we don't have to destroy the eye. I guess it's because the vine's supposed to regenerate, like, as soon as you cut them, so that's why you don't do it. Genius me here tries to use the Deku Leaf on the wrong switch in the distance. You have to use this one over here to bring this
But if you got it, boss. Not really, I don't think it would have any effect. But, you know. Maybe it would.
It is what it is.
Hey, P-Hats.
Yes, these P-Hats, they will have another collectible that we need to get a hold of.
They have feathers for some damn reason.
They have golden feathers for some damn reason.
Because they have obvious wings.
Or whatever propellers they have.
I'm being facetious. They have like little palm tree leaves that propel them.
And somehow. The only way to disable them, to hit them, is with the Deku Leaf burst. Yeah, I was trying to... I thought you could jack the Deku Nut off of that Deku Baba with just hitting him up with the Deku
Be active.
Yeah. But instead it just brings him down.
Also, I call that a palm tree leaf, and I've apparently never seen a palm tree. That's nothing like a palm tree.
Well, it depends on the palm tree, actually. I've seen some pretty interesting looking palm trees, but admittingly... Well, I mean, I get what you're getting at. It's all ruffled and rough and, yeah, whatever. Anyway, make your way up here. Actually, go back, because I remember that
Stick.
Yeah, stick. We need another stick or to stop another one of those stupid. I don't know what to call them. Stupid flowers.
One of the Hero of Time's lessons. The stick is the most powerful weapon in the game.
Yes, actually, in Ocarina of Time, the Deku stick is on par with the strongest sword in the game.
Which is hilarious.
It is incredibly hilarious when you defeat the final boss with it. So we come over here twice, trying to aim it at. Or actually, no, I take it back. I was trying to. Yeah.
I didn't know P-hats could go up.
Oh yeah, they fly around. They're really annoying little buzzards. You okay? So yeah, just have to blow this Deku nut over here to the side. See, you have to go a certain distance and toss it and go boom. That was very coherent.
And they go boom.
And they go boom. They go poof. Hey, it's true. Everything is just so conveniently. You know, there's no mess. Anyway, pretty simple. This is effectively the main room connecting all of the floors together, or every other floor comes back to it at some point.
Yay, Dungeon Hub.
Yeah. This is kind of eerie to me, these moving platforms. Like, they're alive, but they're not alive. And it's...
Zelda.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Kind of randomly creepy.
We're actually going to take a side trip over here to unveil under these piles of leaves you can blow away. That one has the warp pot for the mid area of the dungeon. We'll just glide over here. Are you hearing everything fine in both?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just my earphones. Oh gosh, you know, I still don't know what these things are called.
They're so cool.
You're
Evil Spinies.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll call them. These evil Spideys. They don't hurt you, but damn does it look uncomfortable when they all gather up on top of you. They're supposed to weigh you down, make things very inconvenient. The only real way to get rid of them is to do a spin attack. And even then, the spin attack won't always get rid of them like it did most of the first time right there. It'll just knock them off you. But anyway. You need a bomb flower to get rid of both these barriers. You actually have to go around and use another... I think it's like a machete or something like that, but you can actually... Would you actually... No, I take it back. Here's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to throw the bomb over these spike tendrils over here. And I didn't realize I actually got it the first time. The second time I get knocked back, like, no, I did make it. So as you come across this next chest, it's going to have the compass.
Compass.
Or let us know where everything is.
Compass.
Well, as far as I'm... no, there's only one treasure chart in this dungeon. So we collect that a little bit later. Again, there's going to be one chest that I do overlook, but I really don't think it has anything too important. It might have a collectible, like a joint bender or something like that. But if it does have anything more detrimental to the quest, I will come back again and show it in a little montage video, everything I happen to overlook. So there's a small key that we need to go back to the main room for. There's a boss. It's going to be on the floor too. Which usually, some bosses, they'll either be at the very top, the very center, or the very bottom. They're never like at an odd space off. This one seems to be. It's on floor 2.
At the 4th floor of 5.
Yeah, kind of. I was debating whether or not to just go ahead and jack all these juice, but they were just so annoying I just decided not to. There's going to be plenty of opportunities later. The rare Chew Jelly that we need to get a hold of is the blue Chew Jelly, which of course makes the corresponding blue potion. Blue Chews only appear overworld. That was actually a pretty good catch. I mean, I just noticed like, oh, he's going down. Wait, can I get him? Oh,
yep.
Okay, good. But yeah, they only appear once on a couple of islands, and yeah, there's only one per, so you gotta be careful of those. Okay, sorry from here on in, I'm going to actually look up the official names of these creatures just so I have their reference. They do like to spit out those...
Looks like a crap out of a lot of spiky balls.
Pretty much. Those evil spinies. They're not too much... They don't have too much health, at least. They take one spin attack, if you could take the chance. But the timing is just so weird for them. They actually, you know, shut their pincers on top of you. Well, we're making our way as per... Ow. Piat says no. We're making our way up to just in the regular dungeon path. Come into the dungeon, work your way to the center, or the midpoint, which generally has the sub boss waiting for you. Which you get the key item. Use the key item, get the big key. Use the big key to get to the boss. Use the key item to beat the boss. And then just farming.
Rinse and repeat.
Then rinse and repeat. And of course, along the way, since we're doing 100%, we're going to be looking for all the little goodies along the way. which I do not have memorized. This is my first time doing it.
And of course, being just horribly ripped off by our allies.
Yeah, no. Alright, so we finally make our way into the boss.
Cool limp on my foot. Oh look, it's a butterfly with a rocket.
This is an evil butterfly, is what we're going to be calling it. It has one attack for each of its wings, but because it's also a sub-boss, it has a few more hitboxes more than... Hitboxes. It has a few more hit points more than the average one that we saw on the ground earlier.
Now it's the normal one we found on the ground.
Well, what he's going to do is he's going to put all these evil spinies, which just make me really heavy, and they make me very dexterous, so I just keep spamming the spin attack because it resolves so fast. Rather the spin attack, the jump attack. Let me get into these orbs. So I show it off there. Nothing particularly special. I'm not sure if I got a gold feather off of them. They do have gold feathers, the ones that have wings.
Oh.
Actually, take it back. Any of them should, but they just don't have a high... They have a higher chance if they have the wings on them. Then we get the boomerang. It's funny. I could have swore there was... Did we have this conversation before? I thought there was a boomerang in Ocarina of Time. So why is it the hero's boomerang?
I don't know.
Okay, well, that's odd. I guess this just isn't the one that the Hero of Time used.
Nope, this is random other boomerang.
You're kidding. Well, we could target up to 5 targets. And here we're going to see an example of what they love to do with the boomerang in such puzzles. This thing is really awesome, though. This is better than any boomerang in real life. It immediately comes back to you. And it carries stuff also. You can grab collectibles with it.
Yep.
And, as any key item in a Zelda game, it destroys everything else in the dungeon. These Piats, press button to die. End of game. Now up here, I know that there is another chest, so we're gonna make our way up there. And because we have the boomerang now, we can also get rid of those. What, did that thing just nip me on my way up?
Yep.
What a jerk!
Piats. Trolls instead.
Oh, were they ginormous in Hyrule Field on Ocarina of Time?
Yes, they were.
Well, they've slimmed down some, haven't they?
I think there were little ones too, but I'm not really... I haven't played Ocarina of Time in years. Since N64 was, like, relevant.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, there's the chest, but stupid hitboxes!
Yeah, the negative of having the game do things for you is that it does awkward things like not catch.
Yeah, when trying to grab something. See, there's the joy pin that I was kind of dreading. I mean, I know these things are important and they're most of the collectibles we have to get, but still, I don't want to have to like double back for a bunch of these things.
You can jack those off like every bokoblin.
That's true, too. Now, these stupid plants, they are also destroyed by our boomerang. Is
so your boomerang can cut through them?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, their eyes were still open, but,
boomerang.
Yeah, I guess. Make our way across. Not too bad.
So, yeah, I made sure to hit all of those.
Yay, another joy, but
They make you so happy.
You can see a lot of these things.
Also, I like how your bag is able to hold this massive number of items you're gonna get.
Oh, it's hammer space. It's standard. For any hero. Well, this isn't Hyrule anymore, is it? I guess it doesn't count.
Yeah, this is whatever they call this place.
Well, it's just the Great Sea, as far as we know.
Okay. I was thinking Termina, I'm like, wait, that's not right.
No, Termina is Majora's Mask.
Yeah, no.
Okay, this is going to be the way to the boss. I'm just going to open it right now before I head down. And go ahead and work our way to grabbing the boss key.
Yeah, Termina is very firmly not Hyrule.
Yes, actually. You know, actually, Chugga brought a lot of light to the lore behind that. I had no idea that Termina was such a defined different place. It was not just the antithesis, or not just like a parallel, but the antithesis of Hyrule.
Yeah, which is kind of a strange thing to be against, but whatever.
That's it. Now, alternatively, you could use the Deku Leaf to just hover over here, but I didn't learn that technique until a little bit later, obviously.
I like how that one spiny was just looking at you. Like,
yeah,
you walked by it,
both
and
of
it
them
just turned.
Yeah, they're really weird about their AI, whether or not they'll hop onto you or not.
Just like I see him. I see him.
Well, maybe they're just trying to nerve me, which honestly will work on me in real life.
Evil little spine ball just staring at you.
Soulless eyes. Soulless Technicolor eyes. Ow.
Yeah, when you drop the bomb, maybe you should have just let it go.
And yet again, the... ow. Okay, not ow, but oops. The boomerang proves to be extremely deadly.
And so Link is bomb fishing. Like every redneck
Well, I just missed the timing there.
It's not timing, just get to the door as quickly as possible.
I will get this. There, huh?
Use the item.
Of course. Well, this is ridiculous for.
Not that.
Yes, it is. Oh, anyway. Here's the extra room that we need for the...
The only thing hitting you are pea-hats.
Well, yeah, I mean, the only things that can get shots off of me are those stupid pea-hats. I mean, they're really annoying because how much they flutter around, but they can be really fast if they want to be. It's extremely annoying. Oh, yes.
Full of evil, soulless creatures that don't care. They're just looking at you.
That one's just looking at me right in the face. No, they just grabbed a hold of me and off
That's
of
because
me.
you walked into it. That's your fault.
Well, I did walk into it. I slashed towards it and
And your body caught it before the sword did.
something like that. Like static click. Ooh. They are that bad. Okay, the reason I say this is going to be the treasure chart is because as you saw down there, the main hollow container in there, it's right there in front of us. You have to go across on this platform, pick up the bond flower on the other side, and sort of sink a hole in one, or throw a basket in there. And I missed it completely.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't use the boomerang because its eyes will shut when you get down there. So I just go ahead, since I jump cut here because it's pretty obvious what I have to do, just less fail. Throw it in there and it explodes on the flower, revealing the chest, getting our 6th treasure chart.
I hated treasure charts so much.
They are rather tedious, I'll admit, but you do get a lot of rewards for them. I mean, as it is, our wallet is full with 200. You get 1 silver rupee, which is 200 in and of itself for that. And then because of our friends who rip us off later on, we're going to be needing those silver rupees. This thing's being extremely annoying. I'm trying to be a little more time sensitive and just hit its vine so it'll come back down, but no, it's just like they regrow immediately. You have to hit all of them at once. So to come up here, cut them all down, and then proceed. And that stupid Octorok comes back.
Because he's trolling.
Well, some of the enemies will respawn as soon as you leave the room, some of them not. It's really weird. Speaking of which, the controls of this flower are really off also. It's not as bad as the one in, remember that boat at the end of Super Mario Sunshine? I think it was really annoying.
That was a nightmare.
It had like reverse physics, like
That was so bad.
even though you're supposed to go the opposite direction in which the force is going, it like attracted to the force that you're using it on, so it's really weird. And if it so much as touched anything,
it magnetized towards the rocks.
you're done. That's it.
It magnetized towards them. If you went anywhere near them, it would just like turn towards them sharply. It was like, oh.
And then you're done. Okay, so finally in the room with the boss key. Oh no, it's closed behind the gate. What shall we do? Well, there's
Conveniently
5 triggers that we must hit. You have to hit them in a certain way, though, so it's particularly, or rather meticulous, I should say. Another thing with the joystick, it's not nearly as sensitive as I'd like it to be. I just want to tap it over a tiny bit, but no, it just goes really, really far, really fast. But I finally get the rhythm down, and that's where you're supposed to have it, except it's the reverse way.
Yeah, you're pretty much just supposed to line it up on one and then turn.
Yeah. And then we get open. Then we get the big key. I was about to say, we did get that with relatively low resistance, didn't we? Well, I like what I can do here is that, unfortunately the boomerang doesn't make these guys go poof, but it does knock them senseless. You can see there, you can make them dizzy. This also helps really because, like I said, these moblins love to hold up their sticks and prolong the fight more than they ought to be. This guy just hit me one too many times and I did not like that, as you can tell. I just pull out my sword and shake it. But not before using our trusty grappling hook to get their skull necklaces. That is very important.
I like using their spears.
Yeah, you can use their spears, although I had to admit, just using the the boomerang is decidedly more broken than that. They could arguably never attack you.
I just like chucking their spears at people.
Yeah, if only you could take other people's weapons outside of the room at least.
Yeah.
You, like, carry it with you throughout the dungeon. That'd be a little bit better, but whatever.
It'd be cool if I had like a durability meter or something.
Well, you can use the spin attack on enemy weapons, which is nice. I don't know why I didn't ever think to use the Deku Leaf to float over, but whatever.
Because you wanted a hug by many spiny creatures.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
still retain my thoughts on that. Okay, well, I thought you could just jump over there and use the Deku Leaf, but no, it decides to be really tricky. Fine, we'll do it the way you intended it to, Nintendo. Not this way. You have to turn it on.
Why did you turn it off?
Well, I thought it prolonged it. I didn't know it turned it off. So you have to turn it on, jump into the Deku Baba Bud, and then fly up there, and then that's how you get to the win.
Nope. Tangles.
Alright, one more room before the boss. Or, sorry, one more room before the boss.
And one of these bug things.
Now, unfortunately, I missed the timing. You can't just do a spin attack right as the first one tries to lunge at you. You could just knock them both out. Unfortunately, I don't get that, but thankfully, once again, this is sped up, so not too much of a hassle.
Hey, look, chest.
3 guesses what it has. Oh, gosh, just look at how... Ooh.
They're all over your body and just crawling.
Yeah. That's right, it's a joypad.
There are far too many joypins.
No kidding, right? Just have nothing else to put in these. Well, I mean, granted, if they put rupees in there, I mean, it would have been totally wasted, but still. Nothing else? Anyway, there's that one chest over there. I decide to try and go for it, but then I just remembered, usually up till this point, you only have one treasure chest. Treasure chest. There's a bunch of treasure chests. The treasure chart in this dungeon. But I decide to forget it, and I decide to just go take on the boss. The video is rather long enough as it is. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, now these rotten, or these hollow Deku nuts have surprises in them. They can either have enemies, items, or whatever else. That was magic. That was some hearts. Now I know one of them has a fairy in here because of what happened to Dragon Roost, or yeah, the Dragon Roost dungeon. I finally catch it. I don't know what the problem was the last 2 times, but jeez. Well, this boss is not nearly all that difficult. Just to prove my point, I just go ahead and get max health right letting it out. It looks so sad too. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, it does. It's like, oh!
I really don't want to be in here. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, slavery.
Fighting these creepy things.
Well.
That's why I finally decided, you know what? Yeah. I'm not opening these anymore.
Well, you've already opened the vast majority, if not all of them, so...
Yeah, no, not much of a choice. You get off of me. Jeez. Oh gosh, there's more of them coming for me. Help me, Eric. Alright, no, screw it. Let's just go fight the boss.
Abracadabra. Alright. This thing.
You couldn't guess what it is by the emblem on the door. Oh, look! That must be Makar. Oh, but first we must get our key items out. Okay, this is Calais Demos, aka the Prod Planet Giant Flower. He's not too difficult in the slightest, honestly. I think he's the boss we get through the fastest. Not too much of a problem here. You just have to snip off his tendrils, just like with all the other flowers that have been hovering in midair in the dungeon. His tentacles will be a bit of a problem as they come and hone in on you. He's not difficult in the slightest, or he's not that dangerous. They only do quarter heart. And what I do here is I do the spin attack, because it hits him twice for double damage. So he has 16 hit points. We just do that immediately, take him out in one cycle. So that was really good.
All I can say is this is a textbook example of Zelda dungeon. Like you explained before, go into dungeon, face mini boss or puzzle, get key item, use key item for rest of dungeon, and then utilize whatever you learn from the dungeon on the boss, and then forget about key item.
Swordsman, are you the one who rescued me? You have my thanks. But why are you here, Swordsman? What? The Great Daycare Tree sent you? Oh, that's right. Today's the day of our annual ceremony. Oh, I'm in trouble. I shouldn't be here. I must get out of here immediately.
I do apologize. That timing was really awful on my part. Again, stupid me. I was reading it too fast in my head or something. I was just playing it way too off. So I promise the next time, I know I keep saying this, but I am getting better at it. It's not the easiest thing in the world to keep track of all this stuff, but I do it for you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next part.